Okay, we are now live with EdcampGlobal, and this session is called Seeing a Different Kind of Reality. And I am heading the talk. My name is Katie Ann Wilson. If you are watching and you want to come in, I did put in on the event page a link. I only have 10 spots open for people to come in, so it's going to be first come, first serve. If you're just watching, at the top of the video, there should be 9 little squares in the Google Hangout, and if you click on that, you will get Q&A, and you can post questions that way to interact with the participants in this Hangout. And I have been asked to Periscope this as we are talking, so if you're watching on Periscope, it may be, and I have 10 people watching right now. How cool, and lots of hearts. It may be one-sided, so you may want to go over to the Google Hangout. I do talk a lot, so maybe you might get it. I don't know. But I'm game for whatever you guys want to do. Okay, with me I have Adam, Amber, Carol, Dinah, and Nicole, and Rebecca. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves real quick, and we'll go from my screen, which is in alphabetical order. So Adam, you go first.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm the owner and CEO of Augmented Reality.
Okay, Amber.
I am Amber. I am a kindergarten through 5th grade global studies teacher and a 6th grade digital creative media teacher.
And Carol.
I am Carol from Duncan, Oklahoma, and assistant principal at a middle school.
And Dinah.
I'm Dinah Hunt. I am a media specialist in Ohio, working with teacher education students.
And then we have Nicole.
My name is Nicole. I teach at the same school as Amber, and I've taught 1st through 5th science lab for the last several years, and I'm moving into a 6th grade science position this year.
Awesome. And Rebecca.
I am Rebecca Strunks. I teach gifted students in Florida.
Well, welcome to EdcampGlobal. This is being recorded so that people that do not get a chance to be a part of this conversation can go back and watch it. And we already have a couple comments. Natalie, hi Natalie, shout out to you. She is on listen mode tonight. So make sure you post your questions and comments, Natalie. Then we have Casey, who is our oh, she loves my shirt. I'm wearing the EdCamp shirt,
Yeah.
EdcampGlobal shirt. Says, hi, Katie, so excited to learn from you. Love your EdCampGlobal shirt, way to represent. So, and I wore this all day, so I presented in the shirt today, and I wore it at Podstock. So a lot of people saw me in this shirt, which is good. And then Samantha is looking forward to this session, and Steve, he's okay, I'm in a bit, can't wait. So Steve, if you want to join us, the link is on the event page. You click on it and you'll pop right on in and join us. We do have a couple seats left. So I was asked to set in a proposal for EdcampGlobal, and of course it was accepted, and I get to kick it off. So I'm one of the ones that get to start off EdcampGlobal. It's going to be for 24 hours. And there are tons and tons of sessions. There's Google Hangouts, Twitter chats, Periscope, all sorts of sessions. And if you go to their webpage, you can click on the schedule and see what's happening. Peggy is joining us. She's excited to be in the session. She's a huge fan of me. Thank you, Peggy, joining from Phoenix. And welcome, Peggy. Love that you're here. Can't wait to learn about augmented reality. Says Jennifer. Oh, my Lord. Lots of things are popping up. I haven't even started. Natalie has the same shirt. Yay, Natalie. Alexandria, welcome. Nice to finally see you. Terry's having trouble getting in. Let me see if I can't pull Terry in real quick before we get started. So Terry, answer your call. See if we can get you in. So we got Steve And Virginia is, she likes the idea of EdCamp so much she will learn a lot in the next hour. So hopefully. I thought I would share my slides because it has some triggers and some information. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and then, so I'll share my screen. So now you should be seeing my screen. It says seeing a different kind of reality. This is the slideshow I kind of tweeted out earlier, so if you are watching, the link is there and you can follow along. You can save it and use the resources. Angela is very excited about this session, and Christy wants my Twitter handle. So it's KatieAnn_76, and it's on the screen. That is my Twitter handle, so feel free to follow along. Laquita, yay, you made it. She's glad she's here. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to be talking the whole time. Maybe it was a good thing I did Periscope. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Maybe. Okay, this is my family. We can say hi to them. They drive me crazy. I'm not going to go on the big spiel of why we need to use AR, but as I'm flipping through, augmented reality, and welcome Wendy to the group.
Hey.
Augmented reality really enhances learning, and it brings learning to life, and it's being used right now in the workforce. Boeing's using it, the military is using it, it's being used in the operating rooms, the oil industry is using it, so it is currently being used now in the workforce, so we need to prepare our kids for their future today using the tools that they will be using. It's also bringing history to life. This is my favorite, and I want to go to Germany now because they have an app called Time Traveler, and if you go where the Berlin Wall used to be, you can see the history of the Berlin Wall. It pops up augmented in the area where it was. So I would love to travel to Germany and actually experience that. So I'm going to fast forward. This is like an hour presentation that I do. You guys will get this, if you click on the link, you'll get the slides. Let me go back to the 8 technologies that will shape the future of classrooms. Guess which one is number 1? Anybody on our panel might know what tool might be shaping our classroom, our number 1 tool?
AR.
AR. Guess what's number 2?
QR codes?
Nope.
Ooh.
Technology in general.
Nope.
Twitter?
Nope. 3D printing.
Yes.
So AR is number 1, is the number 1 technology in 3D printing, and all the links to these resources are in the slides, so feel free to read them on your own. So, anybody use the augmented coloring pages?
Yes.
Which one do you use?
Well, I haven't done it in a while. I gotta go to my phone to find out. Sorry.
Anybody else?
I've used a couple from Quiver.
Quiver?
Mm-hmm.
The ones I gave you?
Yes. The flag and the map are in my interactive notebooks this year.
Awesome. I use actually all 3 of these companies. I use them for writing prompts because it brings writing to life for my kids. The kids, I give them the coloring page. I do not tell them which app they're going to use. They've gotten used to, though, that they can see the style of the coloring page and kind of know which app goes with it. So we have to then do a pledge that they're not going to play with their iPads while we're doing this project until it's time. But they have to do a writing around the character that's on their page, and then they get, while they're writing, they get to collaborate. So they are in groups and they talk about their writing. So now they're collaborating, they're writing. Then once I've seen their first draft, I give them the app that they have to use, and then they have to include a rewrite. So what happened during the AR part of their coloring, they have to add that to their writing. So now I'm teaching them how to do rewrites or editing. And I use all of these, and they're great. The Color Alive one are coloring books, and you do have to pay for those. Quiver does have some that are free and some that you have to pay for, and right now Cromville, most of those are, I think all of those are free. So this is oh, I'm on the wrong screen. I have two computers going. This is an example of one of Cromville's new ones. It's internet safety, and I do a lot of digital citizenship with my kids and digital footprint, internet safety. So I'm going to be using this one as a Kickstarter to our project. Whatever you put on that screen on that computer and you scan it with their app is going to be there. It's going to pop out. The computer is going to pop out, and the stuff that the kids write on there will be there. So the kids are going to have an activity focused on internet safety using this trigger. Natalie says she has ordered the Minions from Color Live. Guess what, Natalie? I had to, too, so I have them now. They're awesome. They're really fun to play with. Samantha says, yes, I love Color, which is now Quiver. Thing is also tried Cromville today. Cromville has lots of different ones. They have different characters, and they are constantly growing, and they have some educational ones as well. Sharon says, sorry, I already covered this. What age group do you work with? Oh, I didn't mention that, Sharon. I'm glad you asked. I work with middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Yes, Quiver is the old color mix. Thank you, Debbie. Samantha, you're getting ahead of me, so I'm gonna hold on to that question until I get to that page. We already did that one. Color. Lots of questions are coming in. Melissa has never used augmented reality and is very excited to learn more. So pay attention. I've got lots of questions. Do you guys see the questions when they're coming? Okay. So if you can answer those questions, feel free to stop me. Who joined us? Okay. So this is one of the ones that I'm doing with my kids. This is one of the free ones from Color Alive. It's the dragon. And you can't, and I have kids do selfies with him. They can put the dragon on the shoulder, and then they take a selfie, and then they have to write a story about their best friend, which is the dragon, which is one of the things that I do with them. I do lots of writing. This is the map one that I gave Amber. It becomes a world, so this would be great for social studies, and this is from Quiver.
The really cool thing about the map also is there's a component where you can, the kids' coloring can show up, so anything that you've labeled. Plus, you can also change it to modes that they have that include cloud cover, that include like the nighttime perspective with the lights in the major cities. So it's a pretty cool trigger.
It's one of my favorite ones, and it's one of their new ones too. They also have a flag one. The Dot Day. Anybody know about Dot Day? International Dot Day.
I heard people talk about it, but I wasn't really sure on one of the Twitter chats, but I wasn't really sure what it was.
Dot Day, the author, Peter Reynolds, he's awesome, and he's very creative. And I actually got to meet him, and he did a drawing of me with my laptop on my head, so I have a character of myself that he drew and signed. He wrote a series of books, and one of them is The Dot, and the story is basically how do you leave your mark in the world. So with my middle school kids, I have them write an essay how they're going to leave their mark in the world. Then once I've seen their essay, they design a logo using this Dot Day page, and then they have to interact with their logo and blog about it, because I teach the digital footprint and digital, all that jazz. So then I am teaching them how to blog. So they have to take and I'm going to show a picture of one of my kids playing with his logo. But they create pic collages, and then they write about their experience with their logo. And here's an example of what it looks like. And there's different modes for this one, so you can have. He's holding it in his hand. It's spinning around the computer. He's holding it over himself. So the kids really love it, and I do middle school. and they just really are engaged with this page. And this is one of the first ones I did. Okay, and I'm just going to introduce a couple of them because I really want you guys to play with some really fun ones in just a second. This is a really fun one, especially for a writing prompt. It's called the Heart Cam. And when I had teachers take this and print it on iron-on transfer, and you have to print it backwards if you do that, and put it on a t-shirt, and walked around and kids scanned their shirts and the heart, and they put it where the heart should be on the shirt, and the heart kind of pops out. So this is really great for like maybe the telltale heart, to introduce that, the beating heart, as a writing prompt, or science, or other fun, maybe a Halloween writing project, because it's kind of zombie-ish looking to me, but it's really fun. Okay, this is the one I want you to play with. You'll need to download this app. It's called Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. It is the STAR app by Aug. So you'll need to download it, and these are the instructions. So once you have the app, you're going to launch it. And then I'm going to read some questions while you guys are downloading, or answer some questions while you guys are downloading this app. We have 17 people on Periscope. We have 19 people watching live. Yay! But once you download this app, you're going to launch the app, you're going to start the lesson, and then you're going to click 360 environment. And then you have two choices. One's architecture, one's environment. You're going to click environment, and then you're going to scan the image like you would a QR code. So I'll give you just a moment, and I'll answer some of these questions while you're doing that. Samantha says the dot on quiver, formerly color, can be truly adapted for any activity, and I do agree, Samantha. She's used it with Greek gods and goddesses to cells to student introductions. It's very versatile. So I totally agree. I had one person use the dot day trigger for vocabulary, and they put their vocabulary and maybe a picture of what the vocabulary word was, and then they did a walk around vocabulary and some other keywords. So yes, I totally agree with you there. Jesse says, are we able to download your slides? Yes, and I tweeted out the link to my slides, so feel free to use those. Ronson says, middle school students like the color. Yes, they do. They love to.
Okay.
Brian, thank you for being on and watching. I think you rock too.
Okay, I think it's capital S.
That was one of the first experience with AIR was the dot day. Same with me, Terry. And I loved it, so I had to go find some more. Jesse uses the Color app. It's not Color anymore, Jesse. It's Quiver. Christy has got introduced to Color Live this summer and wanted to use it to inspire creative writing. Awesome idea. And Susan's excited to be here. Okay. Do you guys have the app?
Yes.
I know Amber does. Wendy, do you have the app? Oh, she's on mute. Rebecca, do you have the app? Wendy's trying. Nicole, did you download the app?
Yeah, I already had it downloaded.
You're awesome. You rock.
Ooh, very cool.
Let's see. They're asking for the link to the presentation, so let me see. I cannot post in the Q&A. I can only read the Q&A.
I'll see if I can pull it.
I can tweet it out again.
Katie, and did you just put it on? If it's on your Twitter, I can pull it and put it in the questions.
Yes, it's on my Twitter.
Okay.
Thank you, Amber.
Yep.
Okay, Angela, look for it. Follow the hashtag ECG2015, and Amber's tweeting it out. Okay. So, Nicole, what did you think of this? Did you scan it?
No, you know what? I didn't. Hold on.
Well, you had to scan it. Dinah, what do you think?
This is awesome. This is incredible.
Did you look up?
I did, and you can actually see, like, well, see, now I don't like being under the water, so this is kind of weird. But that's cool. What I'm kind of curious about is how does it, I mean, I'm not even pointing at my computer anymore. How does it hold a trigger? I mean,
Adam, do you want to explain that part? Since this is yours.
That's one of those trade secrets that we'll never let it out.
okay. Okay, I'll just accept this.
Yeah, it's our own technology that I developed out for the 360 virtual experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
That is really neat.
I will tell you a secret. If you ask me really nice, I can teach you how to make one.
Yes, I want to know how to do that.
That'd be awesome.
Yes, please.
Stay connected with me, and I can teach you. Okay, so I'm going to move on so that we don't run out of time, because I got more cool things to show you. Okay, this is the same kind of concept, so we're going to skip it, but this is inside a greenhouse. Okay, same app, the Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. You are going to launch the lesson, or launch the app, start the lesson, click 3D, and when you get into 3D, you're going to click Space and Science, and then you're going to scan this image. And I'm going to answer more questions while you guys do that. Sharon says yes. Angela says yay. And Sharon's also in Montana. Wow, Sharon, she has very slow internet. I've been to Montana. Yes, I understand that part. Beautiful country, though. Natalie says a 360 experience on Supreme Tutoring Reality, the STAR app, is a wonderful use of augmented reality. Awesome. Thank you, Natalie. I think so, too.
Quick question. All I have is the architecture and the environments.
Okay, take a very good question. If in the corner is an arrow, click on the arrow, it should take you back out.
There we go.
And then you should see 3D.
Yes.
And then you're going to do the Space and Science.
Got it.
And Samantha says, oh my gosh, the STAR app is too cool. Love it. Thank you for sharing. And Angela says, holy cow, this is amazing.
Thank you.
Katie Ann is not letting me send the link for AR Community. Okay. I don't know. I will post it in there. Of course, it's okay. Sharing is caring. I love to share, so I care a lot. Perhaps you could share the link in the queue. I already can't do that. I will try and put it out there. Dot day. Some of these I've already answered. I just didn't clear. So I'm trying to clear them so I don't get so many. Dot day. Okay, so what did you think? What did you see?
It's cool. As the Earth like popped up with.
Was it 2D or 3D?
It's 3D.
3D.
3D. They have all of the planets 3D.
Nice.
From all of them, including Pluto. And they had to go find Pluto, but they have Pluto.
Our library is like around 700 three-dimensional objects.
Isn't that cool? And they have, what, 250 of the 360s?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
So now I have to share something I made. Same company, Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality, or AugThat, but the app is Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. current events. This is a special trigger. I was asked to create content for for current events, and what you're going to get. And if you go to that link below, it's going to take you to my blog. And by the way, I am the Diary of the Techie Chick. I don't think I mentioned that. So if you want any of my resources, you can follow my website, which is my name, Katie Ann Wilson, or Diary of a Techie Chick, which is my blog. You're going to get the worksheets that go along with these triggers. They are set up to do younger kids, older kids, and then higher thinking, along with tech integration tools. But you're going to launch the app, start the lesson, and then there's a button that says current events, and you're going to scan these triggers. The top one will be the national, and it will be like an animated news report, and the bottom one will be an animated world report. And then the questions, the kids can answer the questions for those triggers. You can mix and match them, or you could come up with your own questions and just use the triggers. I try to make it as versatile as possible for all grade levels. And the cool part is this trigger is never going to change, but the content behind it is about every 2 weeks. And Christy says, just follow Katie on Twitter. She tweeted a few tweets ago. Yes, so please follow me, KatieAnn_76. One of these days, people are going to figure out what 76 means.
That's the year you were born.
I'm not saying anything.
Don't feel bad. That's still younger than me.
Is that the year the Declaration of Independence was signed?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like 200 years before. It was the bicentennial year.
Around the corner, Garrett.
Somebody's playing it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is cool.
Very cool.
Susan says, I don't see current events. It is, which button is it? Is it the third button on top?
Left.
I don't have the app open. I'm using my iPad.
Top left?
Top left, it'll say current events. I think it has like a satellite or something there.
Yeah.
Natalie says the current event idea is so cool. Well, just wait, Natalie. I got more. How do you, not Christy, where did I go? Susan says, is it under daily objects? No, you have to go completely out, Susan, to where you see, I think there's 9 buttons, and it's at the top. It'll say current events. Trying to answer these questions. Not bicentennial senior, bicentennial year. Did I say senior? I didn't mean to. Christy goes, how do you know what the triggers are or where they are? These triggers are on my website. I made them. The other triggers, you'll have to contact augthat.com, and you can get a hold of them, and they can help you. They can demo some stuff for you. They can get the triggers that you need. They have a 3D shop and a 360 shop, and then animated lessons for math and language arts from 1st grade through 8th grade. Trying to remember all this. Yes, they have 3-dimensional animals. They have tons, over 700 3Ds. Claire says, this is very cool. Thanks for sharing. I joined late. How can I see other triggers that you have done earlier? I tweeted out my link to these slides so that you can go back and look at them.
Katie, and I also in the chat put up the Quiver link for the globe, and then I also put it the Augthat for the demo page.
Thank you so much. I need like 20 hands and 2 brains and. Here is a link, Katie. I can post it. Others, since you said it like 2 to 3 times. Thank you, David, for posting. Could not get the globe trigger. I hope to connect this Wednesday and try then. Okay, Natalie, you know how to contact me, so if you're having issues, please contact me, Natalie. Terry says, did some cool things, true interactive notebooks. I'm getting there, Terry. Come on, give me a moment. I can only do so many things at once. Okay, brand new. You released this, what, Wednesday?
Yes. Yep.
Same company, the Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality, they are creating their own 360-degree environments. So this one is not officially live, but you can demo it. So you're going to go to launch the app, start the lesson, and this time you're going to click demo, and then you're going to scan this image and make sure your sound's on. That's my favorite part, and make sure you look up. Look really up.
What?
Oh, cool.
Cool.
We're getting lots of hearts on Periscope. Oh, Jean is on Periscope. Hi, Jean.
Oh, look to the right.
We have like 26 viewers on the Hangout, and we have 16 right now on the Periscope.
Nice.
And lots of my Twitter thing is like 38, so I'm not even going to look at those messages just yet. And I'm sorry if I'm moving. I'm trying to keep the iPad still. Moving target to scan. Amy says, joining late, what is the app again? The app is called Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality, the STAR app, and it's by AugThat. Okay, I've got more to share. We're going to run out of time. So what did you think of this one? Did you like it?
Love it.
Love it. What did you see?
Like the pterodactyl in the sky.
That is really neat. Kids are going to love this.
They are, aren't they? And Alexandria says it's amazing. It is amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
I can't wait to see the other ones. There's a solar system, 360.
Really?
Yes.
Ancient Greece, ancient Rome.
Wow.
You're going to be walking through the Colosseum.
What?
And the pyramids.
As they used to be, not as they are now.
That's
With,
right.
with or without lions attacking.
Amber, I have one for you.
I figure
That would be really cool to pair with Minecraft.
That would be.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea. Okay, I'm going to have to move on because I got other things to share with you guys. Okay?
Poor Joe.
Poor Joe, yes. Christy says, what a great first EdcampGlobal session. Thanks, Katie. I'm glad you liked it, Christy. Okay, any kindergarten teachers, first grade, preschool teachers out there? This is the same app called Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. I just need to get a tape recorder. This is an interactive flashcard. What you're going to do is you're going to print out these flashcards, and it will work in black and white or in color. There's a dotted line separating the word from the picture. You scan the word, and it's going to be an audio voice of a little girl asking, can you spell? Yep.
cat.
And she spells it for you. That happens to be my daughter, by the way. She is my little actress, I guess. On the picture side, when you scan the picture, it's going to be an animated lesson of spelling the picture. My goal is, and these are not all live yet, but you will be able to, or kids will be able to create sentences using these cards, either with the picture or with the word, and then they can scan each one to make sure that they have the right word that they needed for their sentence. So it'll be, starting writing for kindergarten, and it's interactive. I have basic words such as cat, dog, house, girl, boy, sight words, color words, and number words. And then there will also be matching worksheets that go along with these flashcards. Claire says, love it. Thank you. I'm glad you love it. Terry says, can we make requests for some to design? Depends on what you need designed. I take requests, so feel free to ask. If I can't do it, I will let you know.
You let Amber do it.
Listen.
You will let Amber.
7-week turnaround.
Might be 7 months if you keep it up.
I know.
Melissa says, wow, just wow. Awesome. Angela says, love the idea of the solar system in Greece. This is exactly what 6th grade curriculum is here. And I agree. I taught 6th grade social studies, so yes, totally is needed for 6th grade social studies. Sharon says, yep, my 1st and 2nd grade kids will love this. Awesome. Natalie says, even if you're not a K through 12 teacher, this AR is an AR that's needed to be shared. Thank you, Natalie. I think she's my biggest cheerleader. Virginia says, this is great and thanks. And then Natalie says, even if you, I'm not for sure what she means. Maybe she might clarify that one. Steve says, thank you for the great sharing. I'm leaving to prep my session. He's going to be sharing a session next. He's facilitating, I cannot speak, Google Docs. So thank you for hopping on and joining us, Steve. Okay, I got more. Something's coming.
Yay.
Same company. You like the current events? Well, now there will be science. I'm right in the middle of developing the science part. There will be 2 triggers for the science. One will do the news report, kind of like current events, and then the second one will pair up doing a 3D or a 360 or a video or something that goes along with that article. The first article for science I'm going to give away. I haven't told anybody. It's going to be Pluto. You know how we went and did a flyby Pluto?
Yeah.
Well, that'll be our first part, our first story for science.
That's awesome.
Another thing coming is virtual field trips. You're going to be able to get posters and hang them around your room. And when the kids scan the different parts on the poster, they'll get the 3D model like being in a museum. And then they also get an animated or something that goes with it. The first ones are dinosaurs and science, or not science, space. And what else are we coming up with? Is it?
We're doing the art.
Art, yeah. I've been talking since 8 o'clock this morning. But there'll be different field trips that you can go and have the posters and be set up, and your kids can walk around the room and scan them. So you can bring the museums to your classroom.
Adam, how many come in like a set if you were to do like the virtual museum for each of those?
So it's going to be between 12 and 15 exhibits that you can actually scan. And we actually have coming up some actual museums are going to be in our virtual trip.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so it comes out to about 12 to 15, roughly.
Katie, and I just thought of something that you hadn't mentioned yet, and I guess with this it was a really good idea not to laminate your triggers.
Right.
And that they can be done in black and white or in color.
Exactly, and you can also print them on colored paper. And it'll work. So very good idea. I'm a teacher, and when I first got these triggers, I had like 300 of these triggers and printed them color, and I laminated them, and I had issues when we scanned them because of the glare. So do not laminate. If you laminate, maybe do a matte finish so it's not glary. One teacher that does work with special needs kids says if you sand the lamination, it removes the glare. I haven't tried it yet. So if you try it, let me know if it works. Natalie says that she hit the wrong key and I'm supposed to delete that. It's okay, Natalie. It's been a long day. Here are some ideas. Terry has some ideas. She wants national landmarks and weather. Guess what, Terry? Those are coming. And they actually have three-dimensional of the landmarks. What else do you have that are landmarks? 360.
And 360s. Yeah.
360s, yeah.
You could actually be in the middle of the pyramids and the Sphinx.
And Alexandria has a request. She wants landforms.
That's so awesome.
Just FYI. Put it on your paper.
I don't see you writing these down, Adam.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's recorded.
I'll send them to you. It's okay.
Yeah, thanks. I do have something exciting, though, coming up. Like, that's going to probably really, truly be the differentiator in the classrooms.
Well, I'll let you share that. Just a minute. Let me finish first.
I'm just sorry.
Christy wants to know, what is the cost? You will have to contact Augvat because it's a subscription, and they will work with you. So make sure you contact them, let them know what you need, and they will work with you and get a cost for you. I don't do the sales part. I just show it. I'm one of their ambassadors, and that's gonna. I'm gonna show that slide in just a moment, so you'll see what that is. I had Jesse wants to know what program do I use to make AR activities. I will also mention that in just a moment, Jesse. So if you'll hang on, I will tell you all about that. Amy goes, what about math? Any good ideas for math? Oh, Amy, you did not see my demonstration. I did a was it yesterday? I can't remember. I think it was yesterday. I did a Periscope demoing an interactive augmented math notebook. So it has the math foldables, and then it has a picture that's augmented, and when the kids scan it, they get reinforcement activities. So the interactive notebook becomes truly, truly interactive. Augvat also has animated lessons and 3D models for math. So there's quite a bit for math. They also have animated lessons for language arts, all through 1st through 8th grade, touching on all of the Common Core standards and on topics. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Adam, those are also available on Teacher Pay Teacher as well, correct?
We do have
some of them.
Yeah, we have one sample for each
so if they
standard.
If they wanted to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Amber.
Amber, you're awesome.
She is.
Debbie goes, how do we get all the posters, field trips that we were talking about? You have to contact augvat.com, and they will set you up. I promise. Natalie says, I will be trying the virtual museum. Adam, I'm super excited to share this with my art students 6th through 8th. That's awesome. Natalie, we need to talk that you get to become an ambassador the next go around. Truly, you need to. Okay. So, science. I have a science person on here, I do believe, Nicole. Is that right?
Yes.
This is a brand new trigger from NASA. NASA has actually 3 apps.
Oh, I've only got 2.
This one is NASA 3DV. And they do have augmented parts. One of them is a 360 of being on a launch pad. One is a rocket, and you tap on it and it comes apart.
Right.
So this is one of theirs. And they also have the spacecraft, 3D spacecraft. And they have a third one, but I can't remember what it is at the moment. But I have all these apps on my resource page.
Okay.
So this is NASA 3DV. And these are their triggers. So I'm going to kind of fly by because I want to talk about creating before we leave. We only have like 15 minutes. Okay, and then of course Daiquiri has their element blocks. I do have the printable ones. I actually have the wood ones. I was one of the first ones to get the wood ones. And I'm surprised they haven't walked away yet. or flown away or So if we were in an actual setting, I would be talking about ways that we can use this, but we are pressed for time because there's a lot of great other sessions getting ready to go on. But you can create your own augmented reality, and Jesse asked which platform do I use. I use Augdat's platform. I tried all the others. I've tried the Daiquiri 4D Studio, and they are currently down. They are not accepting any new teacher accounts. I've tried Layar. I've tried Blipar, which is part of Layar. I've tried Erasma. Erasma's flaky, glitchy, lots of hoops to jump through, following the right. Oh, what do you follow?
File size.
Say that again.
If the video file is too big or too small, it won't take it.
Exactly. So I use Augdat, and they are so easy. If you know how to upload digital content or copy and paste a link, you can create augmented reality. Actually, they make it for you, and they put it in a Teach Connect, which is a library, and you'll have access to the library. Anything that teachers have made and put into the library, you can download and use. So when I say pre-made triggers, you can use anything that somebody else has used because it's pre-made to you. And if you don't have time to create it, you can always go to the library, see what other teachers have made, or go to Augdat's library and use one of their 700 3D objects or 250 360s, or I have no idea how many animated lessons you have, but I'm sure
600.
600. Oh my gosh. 600 animated lessons geared towards Common Core. So yeah, use what's already made. Don't reinvent the wheel. But if you want to make, like I love creating, this picture is a profile avatar. This is me, or what wish I looked like, I guess. When you scan it, I'm one of their ambassadors. So when you launch the app, you're going to start lesson. You're going to click Augdat Ambassadors. It's the middle button on top. And then you're going to click Katie Ann. And then you're going to scan my avatar. And this becomes an interactive picture. So when you scan it, you're going to have buttons that will pop up, and you can click on the buttons, and it'll take you to those places like my website, our AR chat that we have every Wednesday, the recordings, my blog, all that's on there. And I can teach you how to make these as well. And I have somebody, I can't quite tell the name, ask how do I do that in Augdat. What you're going to do with Augdat is you're going to tell Augdat, you're going to go to their page, click contact, and say that Katie Ann Wilson sent you, and they're going to get a free Teach Connect, right?
Yeah.
Put you on the spot. They're going to get a free Teach Connect, and they're going to give you a login, and then you can access what's already made. And the stuff that I made for the interactive math notebook is up there, plus other things that I've made, some other things that other teachers have made. Then you can also upload your own. How many times can they upload with their Teach Connect?
How many times can they upload? How many images?
Yeah, how many AR or augmented files can they?
For right now, all the Teach Connects that you do and the ambassadors recommend to people, and as long as they mention the ambassador's name as well, they'll have unlimited for a little bit.
For a little bit. We don't know how long, but for a little bit. You'll be able to create these and upload them. All you have to do is fill out the form. You add your image, and you add your whatever you want to augment to being. It has to be digital or a link to something that's digital. And then you submit it, and they'll do all the work for you. And it takes, what, 24 to 48 hours turnaround?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to have, yeah, except for Amber, it's 7 weeks.
Oh, Amber, you're a while.
I know. Hey, Katie, and I just saw somebody on the side commented about channels.
Oh, that's what it was. Erasma channels.
Yes.
I hate trying to find those things and follow the right one. That's why I don't use Erasmus. Thank you, Amber. Yeah. I have like 3 screens going, a phone, and an iPad, and I have messages popping up everywhere.
Well,
I'm popular.
I did use Erasmus once to make a thank you card for somebody because he used to like our puppet, that lion that roared, and so I superimposed. It was quite fun. So yeah, I like Erasmus, but you're right, it's got limits.
It does have limits. Daiquiri has limits. You can only have I want to say 25 targets or triggers made, and only a certain file size, so you can't go over it. I think Layar also has limits, like you can only have your targets active for 30 days. BlipR is actually owned by Layar. So people ask me why I choose Augmented. One is because I can share with other teachers in a library and they can download my stuff. And 2, I'm not limited. And oh, my favorite part is, you know YouTube? YouTube is blocked for my students. I can take videos from YouTube, take the link, put it to a trigger, and they will do some special whatever magic to that so that becomes unblocked and it pops up when the kids scan my trigger. So that's one of my favorite parts of that.
It's also safer, too, if you think about the open channels that Erasmus has. And these are definitely monitored by the at Augmented. So you know your kids are getting safe content.
And they approve it. So if it's not appropriate, they will not approve it. Okay. I have lots of questions going here. It says, do you have a link to the Periscope or to the document? Yes, I will tweet out, Natalie, the link to the Periscope. It's actually one of my favorite parts of that.
It's also safer.
Renee, you need to put it on headphones.
Oh, thank you.
And these are definitely monitored by the at Augmented.
Awesome, thank you. Natalie, yes, the Catch It is catching my Periscope recording, so it will also automatically retweet, and I will tweet it out as well, and I also will send out the link to my slides. So you'll need to follow me on Twitter to get all of that. What is a 600? I'm not for sure what 600 is, but I can tell you what 360 is. A 360 is augmented. Is it a picture or video? It's not a video. It's a picture, right?
It's a picture, yeah.
And that you can take your device, look up, look down, spin around, and you are going to be immersed into that environment. Hopefully that answers your question, because I don't know what a 600 is.
She might have been referring to when he said they have 600 animated.
Oh, very good. Thank you. I'm glad you were listening. I'm trying not to go over on time. I do this. This is actually a 90-minute session that I do with people, and I have them in centers, and we walk around, and so I'm trying to rush through it, and I probably am not doing it very well, but I'm trying. Jesse says, can you tell me again how to mention an ambassador name when using Augmented? Do you want it in, when you're uploading, you'll see different fields. One will be like description. You might want to put it in there, saying, say if it was me, say Katie Ann says this, you can put it there. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah, if when they request the Teach Connect license, just mention Katie Ann's name or any of the other ambassadors like Amber, or definitely just mention their name and that they sent you, and we'll give you a free Teach Connect.
In the fields, there's fields. You can fill that in. It'll be a space that you can just type in a message. Hopefully that answers your question, Jesse. If not, contact me later and I'll walk you through it. Natalie says 600 ARR lessons created by Augmented and counting. Yes, it's growing, and Adam's going to share something in just a moment about that. So hang on. And she's off. She left. Never mind. She's not hanging on. And she's going to become an ambassador. Natalie's going to be an ambassador on the next go-around, I'm telling you. I actually have a list going. I have people contacting me and going, can I get in on the next one? And
all right, people requesting already.
And we just started. Jesse also found Erasmus confusing, so I'm glad I'm not the only one that finds that confusing. Okay, before I hand it over to somebody else, I'm going to switch really quick so that I can tell you about our Twitter chats and our Google Hangout. And I'll try and hold it back for the Periscope people. We have a new Twitter chat. The hashtag is AR with the number 4 learning. We have it every second and fourth Thursday at 8 p.m. Central, so you can kind of get on Twitter and join us. We also have a Google Hangout on air, like tonight, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. And I'm going Central Time now because that's where I'm at, and I don't have to think about ahead and add math. I can't do math very well. I get too tired. So feel free to join us on those days and talk about, it's really relaxed atmosphere. We just talk about using augmented reality in education, and we joke around and we have fun. Okay, so I'm going to show my information one last time, and we also have a Google group. Feel free to join the group. That's where you can connect, share, and learn about augmented reality. And we have a Padlet where you can post projects and get ideas. Feel free to steal any ideas. And this is me. Feel free to follow me. I'm not me. Well, that's what I would used to look like if I was little, but I'm not little anymore. Okay. Woo! I talked. Now it's your turn. Okay. Adam, you have something to share?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to share the fact of the first thing is that any school that purchases a license or contacts us, we can make them eligible for a iPad mini for the teacher or the school, as well as we are now officially aligned with an assessment company. So a student who takes the assessment, the teacher can literally see the deficiencies by standard, and an animated lesson and activity sheets, because we have over 5,000 activity sheets, grades 1 through 8, will generate for that student to reinforce those deficiencies. So all the teacher has to do is click the button, and the animated lesson will be printed out for that student to reinforce those deficiencies. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any questions before we have like 3 minutes before the next session starts? They should have had a break because I'm going to have to run to another computer and get on to the next one. Any questions that I can answer or anybody in the panel can answer? Oh, I'm sorry, G. I tell you, it's one side. She goes, I'm trying to lip read. I was pointing my camera at the screen, and she was trying to read your lips. Because I have no speakers. So I apologize for those on Periscope. I completely forgot. I'm wearing the earbuds, and you guys can't hear. I am so sorry. Gotta love technology. And she's laughing. She thinks it's hilarious. Hi, Jean. Okay, any questions I can answer or anything? Hopefully this was a great experience and you guys continue with EdcampGlobal. I will be back 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Hopefully I don't stay up all night. Amber and I were talking about different sessions, and I'm like, the one I want to go to is like 3 in the morning. Anita asks, is this the That app? The company is That I did all those 360s and 3Ds and all the things that I made, but the app is called Supreme Tutoring Augmented Reality. Okay, any other questions? Christy says, thank you for much for the good info. Okay, well, let's take a break. And enjoy the rest of EdCamp. If you have questions, feel free to follow me on Twitter or any of the ambassadors that are listed on the Augdat site. Sharon says, thank you so much, Katie. This was great. I'm glad you find it useful. feel free to contact me anytime. I carry my phone with me all the time, and that's where I work off my phone. So I get your messages pretty quickly. So if you have questions, contact me. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for everything.
Thanks a lot, Katie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Or good morning, depending on where you're at. Okay, I have to tell you. Are you still there, Amber?
Yeah.
I had
was like, awkward.
I had 123 people watching on Periscope.
That's awesome. I need to like look into this because I don't understand Periscope at all.
I don't know if I understand it, but
is it basically the same thing as a Google Hangout?
Well, it's not interactive like this is. People are just watching you.
Kind of creepy.
Yeah. But I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm like, 123. 128? Sorry. Are you kidding me?
That's awesome.
Oh well. If that's what they want, then okay. And you should see my Twitter feed. Oh my God, I have to read a lot of messages.
Did you see somebody just ask how you do the chat on the side for Google Hangout?
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
I quit recording.
Okay.
Matthew, unrelated topic. How do you do the chat on the Google site? You have to click on the chat, and there's a lot on the chat, but I wasn't looking there because I can't look in every place.
Right. Well, that's where I was posting like the links and stuff, so that worked out. I think the people who needed them got them.
And I will tweet them out again.
Well, I went to go. The only thing that I could find was your like in the AR group that we have in Google Hangout, but I wasn't sure if I sent that link if it was going to be something they could access. So.
I don't know. We still have viewers. Did I not quit? I should stop the recording.
Awesome.
Good night, everyone.